What's up, everyone? Another episode of Real Ball Talk here. Sunday night, we got the usual crew in the building. Let me bring them in. Jalil, what are you saying, bro?
All good, bro. Good, bro. It's been a good weekend all around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, definitely been a good weekend for football. My bro AP, what are you saying, bro?
I'm all good, man. I'm good. You know, New Year came, good weekend. I can't complain.
Definitely. And now, finally, my bro Valentine, how you doing, my man?
All good, man. All good. Good weekend, relaxing weekend.
Yeah.
Good games over the weekend as well. So yeah, can't complain. Back to normal tomorrow, though. But yeah.
But therefore, I think a lot of us are going back to work tomorrow. Even if, hopefully, for most of us, it will be working from home, but still going back to work. But yeah, man, guys, listen, a lot to talk about this weekend. There's actually going to be a week off now from Premier League football after tomorrow with Liverpool's game against Southampton. But I think it's only right that we start with the game that's just finished now between Chelsea and City. 3-1 Man City. I think we were discussing it before it started. And we were saying we were kind of torn between a Chelsea win. I think AP predicted a Chelsea win, and then me and Gillo went for a Man City to scrape it. But I think if it's fair to say they didn't scrape that result. That was a very convincing victory. Probably should have been 4-5-0. It just became actually, I think, a bit too easy for City. So I guess, Gillo, let me come to you first, man. I've kind of got it there in my question. What do you think about Chelsea? And do you think Lampard is now getting a free pass from the media?
Yeah, I think Lampard's getting a buy. If I'm honest, he doesn't seem to get that much criticism. I'm not sure why and what. Is it to do with him being a Chelsea legend? A great baller in English football and everything. But when you look at it, I know a couple of weeks back, John, you said that Lampard was on full watch, and I was thinking, oh, leave him out, man. Give him a break. Give him a bit of time. But when you deep it and you look at potentially how much he spent was roughly around 200 million. Am I correct around that?
Yeah, more than 200.
That's about 250.
250. Wow, shit.
Stop it. So that just shows you that he should have been on forward watch from a long time, if I'm honest. And I think it's a bit embarrassing, to be fair, when you're meant to be title challengers. And I've got to eat my words as well, to be fair, because a couple of weeks back I did say to you that Chelsea have the second best league second best squad in the league.
Yeah,
eat my words there, man. It's City, man. They've had how many players out with COVID, and they still performed that well. I mean, it was a training session. I mean, every time you see City in a game like this when they win 3-0 or more, it just looks like a training session. But yeah, all in all, poor performance from Chelsea. Pep, they're back in the running for title challenges with United and Liverpool at the moment. So yeah, man, let's see how it goes.
Yeah. No, 100%, definitely right. Valentine, man, coming to you, man. What did you make of the game, bro? What's your position?
I mean, Jalel has kind of already covered it. I think it was a men against boys. It was a first half demolition job. Chelsea were so poor, and especially in their own backyard as well. I think there's a lot for Frank Lampard to consider now going forward. I think during the beginning of the season, Lampard was more concerned about putting Werner and Havertz into the team and then finding a way to maximize their performance due to the financial outlay he spent over the summer. But that hasn't really worked out because he's played Havertz as a number 10 and number 8 and a false 9 already this season, but now he's leaving him totally out of the team. And now he's playing Werner in, which doesn't make sense because actually it's Giroud. That's actually the guy on form. He should be the one starting up front. So I think the pressure is on Lampard, and it's probably kind of like overthinking it. He's trying to, just like I said, trying to get performances out from the big signings he's actually made. But what he should actually focus on is picking the formation that works and just picking the players on form. Because now, you know how Chelsea operate, like the pressure is always on. Now, the Athletic, they're only just reporting now that Frank Lampard, Chelsea are actually looking to replace him. So You guys are saying the media is. I don't know. If the media are not laying it on Lampard, but from what I can see on Twitter, especially, like I don't know, he gets destroyed after every game. So I don't,
Bro,
I don't,
toxic,
I don't
bro.
know.
Everyone gets
And before the City game, I think Chelsea already lost to Everton, they lost to Wolverhampton, they lost to Arsenal, and also I think the only victory they had is the 3-0 against West Ham, and that wasn't even convincing. So I think Chelsea Lampard has a lot to consider, and he has to act quick because Chelsea they don't wait too long. So yeah, he needs to get his thinking boots on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Well said, well said. AP, man, let me come to you. Yeah, man, Chelsea, what's going on? Because where are they now on the table? All I know is they're 3 points ahead of Arsenal, which is unbelievable. When you consider where Arsenal were even a week and a bit ago before their Chelsea game, like Chelsea were being spoken about title contenders, and now we're 3 points behind them. So,
yeah,
boy,
Chelsea are 8th for 26, and Arsenal somehow are 11th for 23. So considering how bad Arsenal have been all season, how we've been getting slaughtered by fans and media, right? And Chelsea, it's only now that certain fans are starting to see them for what they are. But mainstream media have not talked about Chelsea and any pressures or Lampard at all. I think Lampard's definitely been getting a free ride from the media. Obviously, I think fans, we can really see what's going on, but that's why it's good we have channels like this which address these things, because mainstream media are not going to, for some odd reason. Lampard's getting protected. But Chelsea, I'm looking at their recent results, and let's start from when they lost to Everton 1-0, lost to Wolves, beat West Ham, and then they lost to us, drew with Villa, and now just lost to Man City. So that's like, how many games did I mention? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 games, 1 win, 5 L's. That's Arsenal level of form, and then no one's talking about it. But anyway, talking about this game, again, I went into this game thinking City were gonna do what City do, like play okay, and then 1-3 defensive mistake from Rodri or something, and Chelsea will just score 2 goals. That's what I thought was gonna happen. But from the off, you could see that City were hungry and Chelsea just weren't there. For whatever reason, whether that was tactics or motivation or what, Chelsea just really weren't at the races today. And then what happened was, like, it was only like a 15-20 minute spell where City, they just turned it on. And then it's like every attack was either a shot on goal or a goal. It was actually scary. Phil Foden, what a player. But Foden was balling like crazy. De Bruyne actually wanted to play football today. He wasn't just
crossing play, bro.
Yeah, just going out wide, crossing in. He wasn't doing any of that. He was actually playing like the De Bruyne we know he is, the number 10 today. That's what he was doing. And they looked good, man. They looked good, honestly. Front to back, they looked good. Even like people were worried, thinking, what's his name? Zach Steffen, whatever the goalkeeper's name was. Everyone was thinking, all right, then it's not Edison. There might be a bit of an issue, but nah, City had no weaknesses at all today, man. They were really good, really good. But Chelsea, from when, obviously, I never backed them to win the title, but with their outlay that they did in the summer, even going back to January when they got Ziyech, right? All of that money they spent, I don't think they'll win the title, but they had to push Liverpool all the way. With that kind of money that's been spent, anything less than second or third at worst for Chelsea is a failure for this season. Regardless of how much experience their manager has or anything, with that level of quality on your team, you can't be doing what you're doing at the moment. I think they're 8th in the table right now, right? I'm not sure if Lampard will see out the season, based on, because Chelsea, since Abramovich has been there, they've been ruthless. The only thing that will count for Lampard's favour is that he's a club legend. It's literally the only people that are probably ahead of him in terms of legend status at Chelsea, probably John Terry, and maybe he's on the same level as Drogba. Maybe he's higher than Drogba. But them three, that's the Chelsea God status. You can't touch them.
Yeah,
So that's probably the only reason why Lampard won't get sacked. But he needs to find a solution quickly because right now they stink. And just to touch on your point, Valentine, you mentioned the reason why they started Werner. I can understand why, because he's probably thinking we're playing Man City. Chances are we're not going to see the ball. We need to stay compact, and then once we do win it, quick counter. So that's why on the wings he had Pulisic and Ziyech and Werner up front. So I can see the vision, but the execution of it didn't work. It didn't work at all. Yeah. So maybe going with a different approach with Giroud. Maybe we're all camped, and then you knock it up, let him hold it up, and then bring others into play. Maybe that approach might have worked, but today they didn't get it right at all.
No, 100%, man. And I think, I'm not really sure what Lampard's philosophy is, because I think a lot of Chelsea fans were happy with the front three. They selected Ziyech, Pulisic, and Werner. I think that's the front three that a lot of Chelsea fans want to see. But in terms of everything behind him, there was nothing to actually get the ball into them. And I think also, I think Kante had a very poor game today. I've never seen him ripped as many times as he was today. He was just getting bypassed left, right, center. Kovacic was off it, non-existent. Mount non-existent. And yeah, I think realistically, apart from Ziyech and Pulisic, to be fair, Werner needs service. And Werner's more of a counter-attack player. A lot of these Bundesliga players, when they're forwards, they are counter-attack players. That's why they struggle in the Prem. You don't get that many counter-attacks. It's just that simple. Even if you're winning a game, you're not going to get exposed. So, I don't know. I'm guessing, Lucia Bridges, thanks for the comment. They asked, do you think Chelsea will finish in the top four? I mean, boy, I had them finishing third when I did my predictions at the start of the season. And like you said, I thought if they don't finish third, if you finish fourth, that's the bare minimum. Outside top four has to be an automatic sacking. I don't care what anyone says. You can't spend that money and not finish top four. At the moment, it looks like they will struggle, in my opinion. But I guess let me come back to you quickly then, opponent. Do you see Chelsea now finishing top four?
I still think they will, because you can't have that much. Although, like, we will get onto the players and we'll run agendas saying that they've wasted 80 million or they've wasted 60 million. At the end of the day, that squad is too talented to not finish in the top four. So I reckon they will. But I'm just saying that it's not a logical assumption for me to make, because I should really be going based on what I've seen. But I'm going based off what I expect from them, which could count against me. But I do think they will finish in the top four, because I'm looking at the teams that are above them. I think Villa will run out of steam. Everton will run out of steam. I think Liverpool, United, and City will definitely finish in the top four, which leaves one more spot between Leicester, Spurs, and Chelsea. The way Spurs play, it's not sustainable. That camp 11 men in your own half. So between Leicester and Chelsea, I think Chelsea are better than Leicester. It's just, the table just says otherwise at the moment. But yeah, I think Chelsea will finish in the top four. But still, that doesn't mean it's a good season for them, but I still think they'll finish in the top.
Yeah. What about you, Valentine?
Based on the recent results on the last few games, I don't think they'll finish top four. I think, I don't know. I think some of the players are not playing for Lampard. That's how it feels like, anyways. And when you look at, obviously, Man City, Liverpool, these two teams will definitely finish in the top four somewhere, and it leaves two spots. And I think United, I expect United to finish top three with the way it's going now. So that leaves an extra spot. And if I'm being honest, I would put Leicester over Chelsea at the moment. But obviously, you don't know, these things can change, especially if Chelsea were to get a new manager in. They may get that bouncing. But at the moment, I would say no, Chelsea would not finish top four.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I think you have to base things off how they're looking at the moment. And I think Leicester are looking quite strong and consistent. And Chelsea, right now, they look very susceptible and weak. and lacking a bit of leadership as well. So, Jalil, let me finish that off with you, man. Do you see Chelsea finishing top 4?
Yeah, man. I see them finishing top 4. I think this is just a blip in the road at the moment. If I'm honest, I think when you look at their squad, I feel like they're just going to turn it around. I think Lampard's under a bit of pressure now. I think this is when you will see him start to get criticised. But I do see them finishing top 4. I think, as you said, Tottenham don't have it. Leicester's got a good squad, but even they're up and down. Do you know what I mean? So I think with Chelsea, I think Chelsea will 100% finish in top 4. Man, I can't see them not finishing in top 4. But yeah. As Apollo said before, it's still a bad season, to be fair. Still a poor season. But, the top 4 battle is going to be beautiful this year. I can see it coming. But, yeah, I think they will hit top 4. I think they'll finish 4th anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think they'll still finish 4th. But I don't know if I'm just giving it to them based off the caliber of players they do have rather than anything else. It might just be purely off that because at the moment, there are teams that are showing a great level of consistency, which I have to give it to them. So, and it may be a case that Chelsea finished top 4 without Lampard. That I can't rule that out either because I'm not saying they should go after Tuchel or anything. I'm not sure he's the right man, but I can see Abramovich making a ruthless move like that, especially with no fans in the ground. No, he'll be like, you know what, this is the best time to do it. So I think it's one to watch out for Chelsea for sure. But thanks to Lucio for the question. That was a great one. I think it's a good segue on to the next topic of today. Let's move on to United. Boy, United, the title challengers being Aston Villa 2-1 on Friday. They did the job, They did the job. Bruno got another pen, slotted it. Pogba had a very good game. Martial got a goal. And then Bailly comes into the team. He's been playing the last few games, played very well, made a key block at the end. Now, I don't know about you, man, but I've had quite a few messages since we started this from United fans saying that we're a bit too biased against United. We need to show them more love. So I think it's time we show them some love. They are joined top of the table, as they are telling us. So, man, let me come to you first, bro. Show United some love. What are you saying?
I'll show them some love. I've been showing them some love for a while now, man, because I was the one who told you that they were competitors. Do you know what I mean? They were contenders. Do you know what I mean? Because I said they've got a squad. They've got a squad that are always going to save the manager. Like Oli at the wheel and that, he might crash it a bit, but still, when the tiny's pumping up, Bruno's there to do that. You get it, like so. If you look at the deeper picture, we were all saying United's having a shit season, they're having a poor season, this and that. But I was telling you guys, man, their squad's just too good, man. And now Bailly's back, he's a beast. He's just got to stay fit. He stays fit, they're getting top 4 100%. Are they winning the league? I don't know, but they're getting top 4 because he's that kind of player. But you got players like Bruno saying, I want to win the league. You got players like Pogba saying, I'm going to do my best. You got these people coming out who want, they want to win stuff. So when you look at the bigger picture, we can't say they're not contenders. We don't like United. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, United, what I mean? I love them. I don't like United at all, man. I don't like United. I can go back to the Percy thing and go all over again and that, talk about that, but I'm not going to. But I don't like United. We have to be real. We have to sit here and be real. They are title contenders, man. And if they keep playing well, and I believe they have a game in hand. I think they've already played actually, but now they're joint with Liverpool with I think 7 goal difference or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, they're title contenders, man. They're too good, man. Oli at the wheel. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't know about Oli at the wheel and everything, but certainly at the moment, I think he can't be criticised because, he's had a lot of names put out to him. Some people have called him a PE teacher and everything. He's had a lot of nicknames thrown out there, but, at the moment, he is second in the league.
Yeah.
Top, as they want to say. But, Apollo, man, let me come to you. Like a couple of weeks ago, you famously said he would look like a man on work experience. So, he looks like he's doing a pretty good job right now, man.
You know what? Firstly, let me start with saying joint top is a fancy way of saying we're second. Yeah, let's get that out of the way first. But I have to give them their dues, man. I can't knock it. I still don't rate the manager too much because he is overly reliant on the individual quality of his players. But with that being said, second or joint top, whatever they want to call it, same points as Liverpool, who we all believe are going to be the runaway winners. I mean, it's got to be commended. I mean, it's not a great season on all accounts for every team, but you can only play who's in front of you, which is what they're doing, and they haven't lost a game since Arsenal beat them. So, nah, man, respect to Man United on what they're doing. In fact, I want their fans to get carried away and get on this hype train, because the come down will be even sweeter. But yeah, man, they're legit titles. As it stands, I can't say they're not title challengers, because we're about to hit the halfway stage of the season and they're in like a good position in the league. So fair play to them. Fair play.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think Adams has asked here a good question. He's asked, are United overly reliant on Bruno? Valentine, let me pose that question to you, man. Do you think United are overly reliant on Bruno Fernandes?
I mean, I would have to say yes, just based on I mean, they signed him in January last year. I mean, before he came in, United looked really, really like bang mid-table team, and when he came in, like everything is just changed. It's like winning games. I think since Bruno came in, if we're to do like the Premier League table, I think United will actually be top ahead of Liverpool. They've won more points at the moment. So you can't. Yeah, I think they're over reliant on Bruno, and obviously, with Liverpool, like everyone was saying, oh, Van Dijk, because when Van Dijk came in, they stopped leaking goals, and everyone was like, Van Dijk is the main man. But now he's out. The influence Van Dijk actually have over Liverpool is not as much as I thought. So I can't. I'm basically what I'm trying to say is based on the effect Buddha's had on since he came in, and where Man United are now, I would say yes. But at the same time, if I was to take him out of the team now, just like we've seen with Van Dijk and Liverpool, now that the team is playing with more confidence because they've been winning games, I can't really tell if the level of performance will continue. But I have to say, yeah, they're over reliant with Bruno at the moment. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, no, I think definitely since Bruno's joined, he's obviously made a massive, massive difference to the team. I think in terms of application, attitude, like leadership, he's brought all of those attributes in. And obviously the thing with him as well is that, he manages to find a way to contribute. I think Bruno is the type of player that, he's obviously now, you can see he's been mentioned for player of the season. And then the first reaction I had when I hear that is, I can think of at least 5 or 6 games this season alone when I thought he's had a shocker. But in probably 4 of those games, he's probably found a way to score or get an assist, which just completely mask away from the performance. Which is why a player like Bruno will always get props, because he will always fill up the stat sheet, which for an attacking midfielder, hey, listen, you're going to get lots of credit for that. And they are decisive contribution to the game. So I think maybe now he's given the rest of his teammates that much confidence where if he was out for a little bit of period, they could keep it going for a longer period of time. I don't think they can. I think you made a good point there on Van Dijk, Valentine, but I think with him, it's only because Liverpool have got lucky that for some reason Fabinho's almost better as centre-back than he is at defensive midfield. That's the only reason why they've gone away with it, because I don't know how centre-back. He's legit better than Gomez as centre-back.
Yeah, he is. He's very calm as well. Yeah.
It's mad. He's legit better than Gomez as centre-back, which is crazy. He's a defensive midfielder. So, but hey, man, listen. I think, for United, I think it was a great win. Like you said, Opono. They're saying they're joint second, but we know how joint second works. We saw that when Aguero scored that last-minute goal. At the end of the day, goal difference does count for a reason. So you can say joint top now, but just remember, eventually you are going to have to go on top of them. So, but like you said, for the time being, we can't take it away from United. But I think just before moving on to the other one, I think I just wanted to touch quickly on the other guy we have on the screen, and that's Jack Grealish. I thought we had a brilliant game against United. And I think, I don't know if I can say this, but I think he's one of the few English players that I actually enjoy watching. Like, he's actually pleasing on the eye, decisive, can play the pass, can't get tackled. For me, he's a top player, and I almost feel like he played even better because he was auditioned for that United role. I can see him at United next season. What are you, man, telling me about Jack Grealish?
I have a funny feeling that Chelsea, they wish they could go back and spend that Havertz money on Grealish instead, that 89 mil. I'm sure they'll take it. Yeah, he's been that good. Yeah, he's been really good this season.
That's
To me,
definitely...
he's my player of the season so far. Jack Grealish.
Oh yeah, Grealish player of the year?
Yeah, so far. I mean, there's still another half to go, but yeah, if he keeps it up, boy. I mean, he probably won't because of the team he plays for, unfortunately. But and Villa might not achieve anything this season. But on an individual level, as a player, I can't think of somebody who's been more consistent than him and single-handedly been keeping his team in games. It's unreal how he is. But yeah, Jack Grealish, man, what you're right about the few English players that is actually good to watch, because a lot of these players, they look like they've been manufactured in the academies. That's what they look like. But Grealish, he doesn't look like your typical follow the instructions kind of player. You know what I mean? If a situation comes up on the pitch, he can improvise and find a way out of it. Them kind of players, that's what you need in your team. And Grealish has it.
It's mad that
he's going to the top.
Mad that it took him so long to break through into the England team properly. That Southgate was so stubborn.
That's waistcoat for you, man. He's another work experience guy.
That's good waistcoat. Hey, no, but remember he took England to the semis upon him.
Well, that's the worst World Cup run of all time, man.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me started on that World Cup run. Listen, man. That World Cup run was horrible. Who did they be against? Sweden and who?
Exactly. I remember, who did they slap Panama? Was it Panama? 6-0 or something like that.
You know what? That's a good question. You, man, how many World Cups have you, man, seen? I've seen 4 or 5, I think. What's the worst thing you've seen? For me, it's Panama.
Yeah, Panama. Bro, they're a tax haven. They're not a team, man. That's what they are. That was a joke, man.
Bro. They're the worst team I've seen at a World Cup. Easy.
100%.
Easy. Hands down, man. Hands down. But listen, for anyone tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Gotta say that by YouTube law. And it'll be interesting for anyone who is watching, just to let us know who you think the player of the season is so far. We are going to do a show next week where we are going to do our team of the season so far and make our individual guesses or like predictions on who is going to win it, the individual award. But yeah, Jalil, man, let me come to you quickly on Grealish. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, man, I like Grealish, but I think if we're talking about English players, I like to watch Foden, if I'm honest, bruv. I prefer Foden, and he's not your Grealish and Foden are both players which are not your typical English players to come out of an academy, if that makes sense to what you, man, were saying, to be fair. But Grealish, man, I can't knock him. I don't want to see him go United, if I'm honest, because if he goes United, then it's going to be an unstoppable force, if I'm honest, because they're building, if I'm honest. But Grealish, is he going to leave? I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's going to go. I think everyone's going to try and go for him, and then no one's going to get him. I think, personally, he is too good though. But he's not going to thrive in the squad he's in at the moment. Unfortunately, he is a player. But you know, when I see English teams, I want to see Grealish in it all the time because he's just an unbelievable player, and he just makes the team tick. And he's something different. He's not your Hendersons. You know, some may say Henderson's world class. You know, so I don't want to go there at the moment. He's not your Declan Rice, even though I like Declan Rice. And you know, he's better than Mount as well. I've seen a few comments and I've seen a few stuff on Twitter debating who's better, Mount or Grealish. And you know, a lot of people say Mount because he plays for Chelsea and that. You know, he had good numbers last year compared to Grealish, for example. But yeah, Grealish is a better player for me. He's good to watch, you know. And it's a debatable one out of him and Foden, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, Mount's a good player, but Grealish is so far clear of him. It's not. It should not even be close.
They always go to clubs, though, innit? They always go to but you know, Mount plays for Chelsea, but Grealish plays for Aston Villa. How could you say he's better? I hate that because you got to look at their playing style. I know numbers speak, but if you look at them and see them play, Grealish is 10 times better than Mount, man. I'm telling you. But Mount's still not to knock Mount, but Grealish is the guy, bruv.
I proper hate that argument about look at the clubs they play for, because the best example, look at Totti. He spent his whole career at Roma. There's no point Roma was ever the best. Well, maybe there was a point in Serie A Roma were top dogs, but that wasn't a long spell. Roma were never like the best in Europe or anything, but Totti was there the whole time. People are now going to say Totti wasn't one of the big ballers of his generation. Come on, man. That's the thing. Nah, with I'm not saying that Grealish is like Totti, by the way, but yeah, man, Grealish is he's a big baller as well. I'll put Maddison in that English baller conversation as well. He's not as I wouldn't put him next to Grealish and Foden, but Maddison, he's not too far behind though. I like Maddison.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Wait, so what are we saying then? Jalil, did you imply that Foden's a bigger talent than Jack Grealish?
Did I imply what? Sorry?
Phil Foden is a bigger talent than Jack Grealish.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
No, he's not. Foden's a good player.
You know why I say that? 2 years ago when people was like saying, Foden looks good, and Pep was holding him to the side. This is the days when Silva was there, right? Pep was holding him to the side, and everyone was like, if you're not going to use him, bang him out on loan into Championship or bang him into one of these Norwich teams or something. He's like, nah, I'm developing him. I want him to stay. And Pep was like, I see something in the kid. And he made a stupid comment like he compared him to Messi. And everyone was like, shut the fuck up. Why are you saying that? Do you know what I mean? But I'm not saying he's Messi's level, but you can see why he kept him and didn't put him out on loan. Does that make sense?
Nah, obviously, yeah. Foden's got the technical abilities to play in that team easy.
100.
I think with him, it's deciding what position he's going to play and letting him play. Because he's not a winger, but he's doing that job very well. Like, he did it excellently today, but he's not really a winger. So he needs to find his role within the team in the midfield. But he's going to be a top player for sure. But I am a Grealish fan as well. So I think either or England need to find a way to accommodate both of them in the team.
100%.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to, 100%. We got Enzo Comps in the building saying hello. Big up, my man. Appreciate you tuning in, bro. Make sure to like if you've just jumped in, bro. And feel free to throw in any question. We're about to touch on the game last night. And that was the Arsenal-West Brom game. Man, listen, West Brom 0, Arsenal 4. Man, Jalil, I feel like for you, this is like redemption, bro. Like a few weeks ago, you were the only one that said Arteta in. Said Arteta in for 3 to 5 years, bro. And now Starboy Saka turn up, Emil Smith-Rowe. I saw someone calling him the Croydon De Bruyne. I mean, obviously, it's Arsenal fans getting carried away, but, Lacazette scoring 2 goals. Listen, I'm not even going to lie to you. We actually played well yesterday. West Brom were atrocious, and they will go down, but we played well. So I'm going to leave the floor to you first, Jalil, man. Like, just run away, man. Tell me, top 4, is it back on?
Whoa. You're trying to set me up. All right, John, I love that. Do you know what it is? Mathematically, top 4 is back on. But I don't think it's on for us. Initially, about 3-4 weeks ago, I told you that we could finish 7th, maybe 6th, 7th was where I was going. I'm not gonna go over the top as other Arsenal supporters expect me to do right now, yeah. But what I will say is this: West Brom, they're going down. They got 8 points so far this season, right? If we look at the bigger picture, I was expecting 5-0 minimum. I was disappointed when I didn't get my 5-0. I'll be honest. Why is Lee slapping you 5-0? Why can't we slap you 5-0? I don't want to blame the conditions because F that, we still banged in 4 goals. The team played well. And if we're looking at the team as a whole, Leno didn't have much to do. Let's be real there. Holden and Mary, they didn't have much to do, but they played well. Is it me or is Holden's footwork getting a lot better? I mean, he's playing with these Spanish guys now and these Brazilians, and his footwork's got a lot better. He's doing the salsa and I don't know what he's doing, but his footwork is a lot better. Do you know what I mean?
He's played better in the last few games. I'll give him that. He has.
I'm not saying he's the solution, especially not the solution to Gabriel, paying partnership to him, but he's a good squad player. So when you see that news about the contract coming in, getting him an extension, I think it's 2 to 3 years extension, and the pay rise and everything, you kind of understand that he is a good squad player. And I'm happy to keep him. Bellerin had a good game yesterday. Got a yellow. Had to get taken off early. You know what would happen if Bellerin got another yellow? Would have been a red. They could have ran away with it. So Tierney, boss man, he should be our captain. He's leadership. He's got fire. He scored that goal. If you saw what it meant to him, and normally after a Celtic game, Celtic lost. He's normally pissed off, right? You can tell he had fire in his belly. But if we're looking at the game whole and whole, I don't want to say too much about the youngsters, but the youngsters did their thing. Laka done his thing. I'm happy with Laka. I'm happy he got his 2 goals. He's back to where he needs to be. And again, I'll just end it off on this, that, you know, Aubameyang is the weak link at the moment, unfortunately. I hate to say it because I like the guy. He's a nice guy, but he's the weak link. And I feel like he needs to be on the bench next game, get fire in his belly, get the hunger back, and then come back on and, you know, try and get a goal. But he needs to be subbed, man. We can't be playing with him. Someone who, you know, can't adapt to the new playing style. We've got youngsters doing their thing. You know, I'll let you guys talk about Saka, Smith Rowe, and Martinelli, but we've got those 3 there doing the job. Yeah. He's not levels at the moment. He's not keeping up to the tempo. He did try yesterday. I'm not going to take nothing away from him, but he's the weak link. He just didn't fit into the team yesterday, and that's just me.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I think, like you said, I think Tierney had a brilliant performance, but he's been playing very, very well for a while now. I think Tierney, since he was put to left back, he's just done the job he needs to do. He likes to drive forward. He's pretty solid defensively, and he has very, very good end product. When Tierney gets towards the byline, he doesn't panic. He looks to pick people out, which is a good trait to have. And, you know, I think if you're a Scotland fan, you probably have to think, wow, we get 2 top players, and they both play the same position. Him and Robertson. I think it's just one of those things that you wonder how that happens. But no, Tierney was brilliant. And like you said, I think he should be captain. I think over time he will become the captain of the club. Saka, Smith Rowe, as you said, both brilliant, contributed perfectly. Laka did his job, hold on, man. And, you know, when the team is playing like that against a team that's below average, then the likes of, you know, Xhaka, Ceballos, everyone else doesn't have to be as involved. And that's when you see their flaws stand out. So yesterday was not a game for them. Yesterday was just a game for them to just keep it simple and let the other people do the job. So, Valentine, let me come to you, man. And what did you, obviously, great result for Arsenal, man. And, talk to me on where you are now with Arteta. And, yeah, man, talk a little bit about the youngsters as well, because they're stepping up right now.
The thing with them, let me start with Arteta. You know, with Arteta, I don't want to like heap praise on him, because I think he was kind of forced into this. Basically, COVID kind of forced him to get some of the youngsters we've been telling him to start. So I think because William was ill, David Luiz was ill as well. And I think Gabriel also COVID, but Gabriel was actually performing well, so it doesn't really count. So, but William and Luiz, I thought it was kind of forced in to bring Emil Smith Rowe in and also to bring Mara in, and they've been really good. So I think what I want to see from Arteta now is I want him to make a decision now that Willian is back, a decision based on the actual football club and not based on him letting down the egos of a few senior players. He should pick the best players on form available. And what the youngsters have brought in is just energy. They're brought in energy. You can see the confidence around the whole team is gone up as well. I mean, the second goal yesterday, that was pure Wenger ball. I actually missed it. I actually missed this kind of goal. It's been a while I see this kind of goal. And that first goal from Tierney as well, that was just individual brilliance. I mean, I see some Arsenal fans kind of going over their minds on Twitter saying he's the best back in the league. I think Robertson is on the league of his own, but anyways, that's a different conversation. And one thing I like about what Emil Smith is kind of brought in is like he takes up like good positions, like, and he kind of like acts like a link with the wingers as well. You can see when he has the ball, like all of a sudden our forwards are making runs behind the line, and he doesn't do anything like over dramatic. He just keeps it simple passes, touch and move, and everything is just flowing smoothly at the moment. And with Saka, we obviously we all know that Saka's always had the quality. But what I'm impressed this year is he's brought in that maturity into his game. When I say maturity, this season he actually like wins. He can win a game on his own. That's something I didn't see last year. But this year, he can actually grab hold of the game himself and do his thing. Well, actually, like with Saka, when it was on the wing yesterday, I see him move on to his left foot, and I actually was thinking, wow, this guy's better than Pepe. His left foot is better than Pepe, and that's kind of like Pepe's like main thing as well. So I've been really impressed with the youngsters. I just want Arteta now to not mess things up. Like Willian, I think Willian would be best off coming off the bench till he actually shows that he cares and stuff. And he should just pick the players on form, and hopefully now he should be able to see that the youngsters are like what they bring to the side. They bring that energy and the confidence back in. So yeah, I was really happy with the performance yesterday. Total domination.
Yeah, no, 100%. We dominated the game from start to finish. I think that point there on Willian's a good one. I think, like you said, we did have obviously Willian and David Luiz were ill. Gabriel got COVID. So a few decisions were forced upon Arteta. He didn't really have to make the choice. Obviously, I think we're all a bit worried about Pablo Mari because he's very slow. But I think, he's played all right, to be fair to him. They shake against.
So can I just say something quickly? Obviously Gabriel and Mario, they're both left-footed, so I think they'll be competing for one spot in this. See, but would you bring Gabriel back in with the way the last 3 games has gone? I know Gabriel was good before he left the team, but would you bring him back in?
100%, with no hesitation.
100%.
Probably would, yeah.
100%. 100,000%.
This guy, I think Gabriel he was our man of the match for a couple of games in a row. So there's no way that just because man got red card and COVID and they just forget what he's done. Because
what are you saying?
Hey, what's happening, man? You right? Yeah. Sorry, I was late, guys. You right? Yeah. How you doing?
Going on, bro.
Good.
Yeah, but no, AP, what were you saying, bro? Hey, Rash, is that your mic?
No, it's not mine.
All right, someone watch out for that man. Moving a bit mad.
Right, can you guys hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying that Gabriel was our man of the match for like a number of matches so far this season. So he's, if not player of the season, he's definitely top 3. Because, man. So definitely bring him in. And although I hear what you're saying about the 2 left-footed centre-backs, but at the same time, you can play 2 right-footed centre-backs. So why not play 2 left-footed centre-backs? Because I've never really understood this bias between not too many lefties in the team. Because if you can put 2 right-footed centre-backs out there, why can't you put 2 lefties? I mean, if you're good, right? So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But definitely, although it's mad because I've actually seen on the socials as well that because Gabriel's been gone for 3 games and we've just happened to win the 3 games, people are saying maybe Gabriel was the problem. Maybe we should stay with Maria and Holding. Bro, this is what pisses me off about Arsenal fans. Some lose their minds with a bit of good form, then all sense just goes out the window. It's insane. But definitely bring Gabriel back when he's available. 100%.
Yeah, man. I think make a good point there because I think I've seen some reports that Holden might be getting a new contract.
Scary.
Which is mad.
Scary.
I'm not that mad at Holden getting a new contract just because he's a squad player. He's not our answer to potentially partnering up. I think everyone's just turn off the mic for a second.
Yeah. Everyone try to turn off the mic. Yeah, I think it is Rashes.
Yeah. So with Holden, the reason why I'm saying I'm not that mad that Holden potentially is getting the extra contract. He ain't the answer to the partnership that we need. I still think if I was going to choose that Papa Mari and Holden, I'll still choose Holden.
Yeah.
To partner Gabriel. But that's just me. But with him getting a new contract, I understand it. I totally understand it. Just because we need depth in our squad. I'm not saying he's the answer. I think obviously Saliba's going out, so we're thinking, okay, cool. Holden's been playing all right. He's not the answer, but he's been playing all right. Let's just keep him on. So that's what I'm saying, and that's why I see Holden potentially staying for a bit longer. But it is what it is. We're still going to get another defending soon, but Holden's the answer for now.
Yeah. Sorry, let me just get back on the comments quick. We got one here from Jamie asking, do you think United are genuine title contenders? Jamie, I think you probably missed just before you come on, bro. I think we just touched on United. I think we all said that right now United are definitely in a title race. We're not We don't think you guys are favourites yet, but you are in a title race, which I think is already something great to say for now. And I think we all know that a lot will rest on that game in 2 weeks' time when United go to Anfield. I think it's at Anfield. If United win that game, then that's the type of confidence-boosting result that can really launch a title race. So I think we're all saying the title contenders, but come back to us in a couple of weeks, Jamie, and after the game, and we'll give you a more definitive solution on that one.
Can I just add to that as well?
Yeah, go on.
With for example, with Liverpool, you can feel like it's like a collective. But with United, it's more like individuals. Like someone has to be like do like an individual brilliance for them to win games, and I don't think that's sustainable over the remaining 22 games. That's why I still have Liverpool and Man City as the main two contenders. Yeah. But I do think United should finish top 3. Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that because we need individual brilliance from Bruno every single time. I mean, I know there's been games he's played poor and then Rashford's popped up, but more time, if you look at the records and the stats and that, it's always Bruno getting assists and the goals and that. Whereas if you look at other teams, like, again, we can look at City. Gundogan got his goal today. There's De Bruyne got his goal. And then you look at Liverpool, you got other people there doing their thing. You got Salah and Mane. With United, they've only got one key player at the moment. But having said that, I still think Pogba's going to come out of somewhere. They've got that guy from, he's a Dutch guy, he's Donny van der Beek.
Yeah, he's not even playing right now, man.
He's not even playing. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
He's not even coming on.
That's crazy.
Could be with Arsenal. He could be with Arsenal, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He hasn't really been looking good though. I don't know if I'd take him. Saka.
Hey.
No, I'm joking.
We got one here, I think, for you, Jalil, from Jordan, saying Arteta put the cones out for Pep.
Who's Jordan?
Hey.
I'm joking. No, but I understand. You know what it is? I've been getting this all week. Yeah. Obviously, Arteta, he's not proven. I know I've said this before. Pep's obviously spoke about Arteta in great ways. How Arteta was learning off Pep, but Pep said he was learning off Arteta as well. This is what sold me on Arteta. And as I keep saying, he has a 3 to 5 year plan. I'm not giving him 3 to 5 years. But I am giving him 3 to 5 windows. So if we see what he could do out of those windows, for example, and let's say, for example, he pulls out the bag and everything turns around and gets the players he needs, then you can still say Arteta's putting out the cones, but bruv, you'll be putting out the cones for me, bruv. Do you know what I mean? After Arteta wins the league in about 3 years, so
Hey, listen, I think with Arteta, obviously a lot of people will have questions about it because he did just mainly get a job off a recommendation, Yeah. And he got a top job off a recommendation. So, but I think at this point in time, like I've said, Pochettino's gone. Let's give Arteta the chance to win, though. Let's give him the summer, and let's see what he does after that. If we're still not getting any better, then I think we may have to start looking elsewhere.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I actually just come to you, Rash, man, to get your thoughts on yesterday as well.
First, I want to talk about that. Arteta used to put out the cones for Pep.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a student. Do you understand? There's nothing wrong with being a student, and you have to be a student in order to become a master of your field. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just Pep he learned from. He learned from Arsene Wenger beforehand as well, and he learned a different dimension of the same style of play. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he's now really at a stage where he's got an opportunity to put that into practice and see how it works. And it started off well. He's had a major hiccup, which has caused most of us to question him being in his current position. But they're picking it up. And I think what they're currently showing is something that we already knew, that the youth had to be mixed in with the older guys in order for it to flourish the way that it currently is and for the chemistry to be the way that it is. I think, as you were saying, with everyone kind of taken away and, gone to another job, not available, we're stuck with what we're stuck with, innit? And so you kind of just got to ride it out, see what happens after January, and see what we can do for the rest of the season. Because it's 3 points, 6 points difference between us and the top 4. So, in regards to title contention, everyone's in title contention now because nothing's cemented.
No,
Yeah. I mean, the season's crazy right now. I mean, like everyone's so bunched up close together. I think there's a team in 12th. I don't know who the team is, but I think they've got 22 points in 12th or 13th place. And then, like you said, Rash, the team in 4th has 29, I believe. So the gap is so small right up to the top. No one's really run away with it this year. That, 2 or 3 wins, as we've seen with Arsenal, we've seen the difference it makes. We went from Big Sam talking about us being relegation challengers to now we're 3 points behind Lampard.
He backtracked. See that he backtracked.
Yeah, but Big Sam had to backtrack. We need to worry about the championship next season, man.
Tried to say the media spun it.
Oh yeah, classic media spun it. I mean, listen, man, Big Sam, he's never like Arsenal from the Wenger days.
never.
He's never.
He's never really understood the concept that you're supposed to play football on the ground. So he just never liked us. So, it is what it is with him. Not going to spend too much time talking about him. Like I said, anyone tuning in, make sure to like. If you're new, subscribe. And feel free to ask us any questions. We're still on Arsenal at the moment. So, yeah, I think our next couple of... I guess, you know what? I guess it's probably the biggest debate we have right now with Arsenal. And Rash, I'm going to come to you first. Mr. Aubameyang, what do we do? Do we keep him in the starting lineup, or does he come out for Martinelli?
All right, so I think most people who are in constant conversation with me know how I feel right now in regards to Aubameyang. Like, I don't care what sort of contract deal you signed. Yeah, if you're not performing, you can't be in the first team. Be on the bench. If you can't do the job that Martinelli's doing, can't do the job that Lacazette's doing, and can't do the job that Saka's doing, then you can't come first. You understand? So I'm not saying like he's out and out, but people have a dip. And sometimes it takes them for them to ride the bench in order to find their form. It's nice when you have a manager that believes in you and thinks, you know what, as long as I keep pushing you, you show I've got confidence in you, so it might give you confidence. However, when results are at cost, you got to do what's best for the team. And right now, I think he's 4th in line, probably even 5th in line, because Balogun showed up twice and banged twice. So that's a good record. So in reality, he's well down the pecking order in regards to the attacking forwards. So me personally, I think he's lost his spot, but it's just for the manager to be brave enough and say, you know what, this is what it is. We had to do this to Laka, and look what he's done. We might have to do this for you so that you know how it has to be really done out here.
Yeah, no, 100%. To be honest with you, that's what I do worry about Teta, because I don't see him dropping Alba for Martinelli. I don't see him doing it. What I can see Arteta do is next week we have the FA Cup game in Newcastle. I can see him playing Martinelli on that one, and then bringing Alba back in for the next game against Palace. That's what I can see him doing. I think it was also telling yesterday that when Saka came off, he didn't bring on Pepe, he brought on Willian. Willian had no reason to come on before Pepe. So
yeah, you know, I want to say in regards to that, because like with Martinelli coming on, I think because he's just coming back from injury, I don't mind if he starts and gets 70 minutes or comes on for 20 minutes. I think it should be juggled between him and Aubameyang until Aubameyang finds his form, because you don't want to put too much pressure on the kid. You know what I'm saying? In regards to William, what the hell was that? Did you see him come? Well, he came on the pitch and just started mashing up the whole thing. I was like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, he literally looked like, fam, why am I playing, bro?
Do you know what it is? I think it is. Do you know what it is? I think this is a weird one, because it's a selection headache. We've got so many big names that Arteta wants to please the big boys like Willian and Aubameyang. where when someone's playing well, just bring them on. I think I would have brought on Willian yesterday. It was all pointless. But I think the only reason why he brought him on because we're running away with it. Let him go stretch out his days because we're going to use it for next game, I reckon. And yeah, as Rash said, we didn't really need to use Martinelli yesterday. I'd rather rest him to be fair, but it's the wrong kind of selection headache we want to see. We want to see good players, debate, battle for a place. We don't want to see big names. Just because they're big names and you're not performing, you're going to get a place. That makes no sense to me.
No,
I think that was an indictment on Pepe yesterday. 100%.
Think so?
Yep,
100%.
100% mentions Pepe. Okay. His days are numbered still. I don't know if it's going to be a loan or permanent, but from January, if we can find somebody that wants him, I don't think he's going to be here.
I don't know, what? The other day we was thinking the same about Lacazette. Remember when Lacazette didn't get bang on the pitch and he missed the whole entire game and he banged on the youngsters instead of him and we was losing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And he didn't even get no involvement. Everyone was saying, raw, maybe Lacazette's days are numbered. Raw, maybe he's the one going. And now look, man's just firing off. I'm not too sure if it means anything, but I just think Williams definitely should never play again.
Yeah, we've gone from Agent Check to Agent William, so it's Pete.
We want Pepe to go.
A week for 3 years. We're stuck with him.
We're stuck with the guy, bro.
Do we want Pepe to go, guys? Do we want Pepe to go, or do we want to keep him? What do you think?
Listen, if you give me 40 mil tomorrow, I'm gonna say sorry, Pepe. You tried, but see you later.
Okay.
Yep. Give me 40 mil as well. He's gone. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So we have to accept that we're gonna take a loss on this guy because we're never gonna get anything close to that 72. So 40, I'll take it.
72.
Exactly.
Well, that little
imagine that's 72.
It was fraud done, Noel. Remember, it was fraud. So really, he might really be a 40 million man.
Imagine that 72 at that time. I'm sure we could have got Grealish for like 40.
Yeah, and Zaha for I think 70 as well. And I would have rather took 70. I mean, Zaha.
I don't raise Zaha though, bro.
Oh, he would have done better than Pepe.
He would have done better than Pepe, that's for sure.
He would have done better than Pepe, but still, man. Zaha, yeah, someone needs to ask me this. Why does he act like he can't be tackled? Why is every time he gets tackled, Kylian Mbappe, he's on beef? I don't get it.
Yeah, I didn't like his reaction yesterday.
You know what, yeah?
Clean, the man's pushing him in the face.
No, I understand where the push in the face thing, that was uncalled for, but I understand where he's coming from, man. Because he is always playing with a chip on his shoulder, which that's undeniable, right? But the guy is probably, now that Hazard's gone, he's head and shoulders the guy that gets fouled the most in the league. And the number of free kicks he gets relative to the number of times he gets fouled, it doesn't compute. So I can understand why he gets mad when he's getting kicked around, because it'll be some, even though it's little fouls, it's not like it's 2-footed all the time, but these little fouls, it builds up, it adds up. It's like at one point, after you've been fouled 5 times and no free kick, you're gonna look at the ref like, yo, like what's going on? And then I can understand why he flips out. But I don't know. That chip on his shoulder, he does need to kind of shake it off, but I understand why he plays like that.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Apollo, I agree with you. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think players are seeing what Apollo just said. He's getting clipped. He's not getting no foul. So if I'm a defender, I'm gonna clip him every time and get the ball off him. And that's why Zaha just goes like that and starts flipping out on guys, because the ref's just thinking, nah, fuck that. That's not a foul. Get up, man. So yeah, that makes sense of what Apollo said, man. 100%.
So would you man still take Zaha now?
No, that window's gone. So
I'll take him.
You still take him, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I'll take him. He's been on fire this season.
Over who?
Are you putting him on the left wing? Because that means what you said about Martinelli.
Yeah, I am.
There. Shit.
I'm putting Saka on the right. I'm putting Saka on the right. I'm putting Zaha on the left, and I'm putting Martinelli up top.
So you've dropped Laka and Abba, yeah?
They need to be hungry. These kids are hungry, bro. I'm telling you, they need to be hungry. Talk to me. They need to be hungry. Would you not drop Laka? Actually, that's bad, you know. I can't drop Laka. He's been performing actually. Nah. Yeah, fuck Zaha. Sorry, my bad. my bad.
Now you know what? You know what? I'm gonna give Ober a little bit of defense here, only a little bit, because he has been stinking out the joint. And I won't deny that. I'm not gonna say he's been playing well, but yesterday, I don't know. He was getting into good positions yesterday. It didn't quite fall for him for whatever reasons. I mean, just last minute missing crosses here and there, or the ball might not have gone to him, but he was getting into good position and making good runs yesterday. So I think if he continues to do that, eventually the ball will find him and he will start clapping in the goals again. I think it's a definite. I wouldn't even say that he's low on confidence, because he doesn't seem like a guy who doesn't have confidence. He always believes in his wave. I can see that when he plays and the way he carries himself as well. So I think, if he just continues getting in those right positions, eventually they'll start going in. But I know you've been saying it for years, John. His touch and his hold-up play, oh my goodness, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. If he's not in the box at the end of the move, everything else before that, I don't want him involved, because it's horrid. It's horrid to watch. The ball does not stick.
And that's the thing with Alba. That's why, for me, people say he's playing bad. He's not playing bad. This is the same Alba I've been seeing since he came to Arsenal. Only difference is he's not scoring. And Alba will always find a way to score at the end of the day. We can't take that away from him. His record speaks for itself, even in the Prem. But I'm just saying, for now, it might actually do him good to come off the bench, feel less pressure, because he's still the captain as well, so he probably feels more of that burden. He hears the noises about Taney should be captain, etc. And let's face it, Alba doesn't seem like the type of guy. He seems like the type of guy that needs to be rallied by his teammates, not the other way around.
But just on that, yesterday, I was watching the game, and the amount of times he complained when he messed up, when he gave the ball away, or when he was supposed to run in a certain way and done something stupid. The amount of times he complained, threw his hands in the air, like walked in a different direction because something messed up. I wasn't surprised that he wasn't part of the build-up play of the goals. Do you know what I'm trying to say? In reality, he doesn't do anything that anyone else can't do when he's not scoring, as you said. So when you're scoring, you don't bring anything to the game. I saw him pick up the ball up so many times yesterday, bring it, and I just knew he was either going to try and run past the player and lose it, or try and run past the player, have a flop shot because it's going to just be crowded out. He's going to cross it and it's not going to go anywhere. Like, I just knew nothing was going to come from that. He needed to be in the box in the final moves, but he had nothing to do with the final moves. So now, I don't think there's a need for him to be as vital as he is, and he definitely shouldn't be captain. He just can't be a captain, because he really kills the morale of the others, because he's throwing his hands in the air and complaining. What are you doing that for?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I think you're definitely right there. He's definitely not a captain. He was given it just purely off his name, and because I think they probably just thought, you know what, the fans are pissed off with us. We gave it to Xhaka. Let's give it to somebody they all like, so at least they can't get on top of us. That's the only reason why he got given the captaincy. And it worked for a bit. He did his job end of last season, but he needs to step up now. Valentine, do you feel like Aubameyang, would you give him another chance, or would you bring Martinelli in next game?
The thing with Aubameyang is, like, since he came to Arsenal, he's more than delivered to this season. And we have to remember the influence that Aubameyang also has in the dressing room. Like, whenever a video leaks in the Arsenal dressing room, he's always like the funny guy in the video, and everyone is just around him, laughing, smiling. So at the same time, Arteta knows if he was to take this guy out of the team, they kind of he might have like a negative effect on the team, because of the guy Aubameyang is in the dressing room. So with that one, you have to kind of, like, I think Arteta's looking at it like, I know he's not performing, but at the same time, I have to consider the influence this guy has. And at the same time, I know if I leave him in the team and he actually, say, for example, he scores 2 the next game, then all of a sudden his confidence might be back again. So all of a sudden he's banging in the goals again. It's a bit of a tricky one. I would say probably Arteta will give him like probably a few more games just to see before then after that, it's probably best that he gives him the same treatment that he gave Lacazette, and which is what. But at the moment, I would say just give him one or two more games to see what happens. But because don't forget that Aubameyang he's always like banged the goals since he came to Arsenal. I think this is the time for us fans and the manager as well to kind of back him a bit, and I feel like dropping him will actually have more of a negative impact on the overall team than actually. Yeah, that's what I think, anyways.
Yeah. No, that's fair for sure. That's fair for sure. I think now we're in the January transfer window. This window and the summer one are going to be very big for Arsenal. I think we've got a lot of players that their contracts are winding down. Some players running out this summer, a few also the summer after. So I think a few weeks ago we did a little. I think I just shouted out some names that I would sell, and I just asked you guys to say sign. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm probably just going to go through each player and just come to you one by one and just say keep or sell, because I'm curious to see how it's changed in the last few weeks, and I'm curious to see how sentiment starts to play a role in the decision to keep people. So I think, Jalil, obviously, I'm not going to touch on Leno. I think that's obvious. So I'm going to give you Runarsson, keep or sell. Keep it quick as well.
Sell. I'll say no more.
Cool. That didn't need to be said. Opono, Mustafi. Oh, he's on silent, but I saw you say so, bro. Don't worry.
My bad, bro. Sell.
Yeah. Valentine, Pablo Mari, keep or sell?
Keep. But I think he's a good squad player, if anything. Yeah, keep.
Yeah. Rash Holden, keep or sell?
Keep.
You say keep, yeah? Okay. Rash has changed his tune a bit. Okay. Positivity breeds. Hey, Jalil, let me see. Who's next? Tierney, keep or sell?
Keep.
Pono, Socrates is gone. I'm not even considering him. He's going to be expiring in the summer. What other centre backs we've got? Saliba, keep or sell?
Keep.
We don't even know, but
Exactly.
we all would say keep in it. Valentine, David Luiz, keep or sell?
Sell.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And then Rash coming to. Hey, I'm giving Rash the difficult ones, man. Rash, Bellerin, keep or sell?
I'd sell.
So I can't disagree with that. Jalil, Maitland-Niles, what are you saying, bro?
Keep.
Keeping him.
My brother.
Yeah, there's the first sign of sentiment I was looking for. There it is. Hey, Apollo, your boy Shaka, keep or sell?
Sell. Quick one, sell.
Hey, Valentine, Ceballos, keep or back to Madrid?
Back to Madrid. See you later.
See you later. Rash El Neni, my bro.
Keep.
Hey, Rash is keeping everyone, bro. I rate this. No, Rash did say Saul Bellerin, to be fair. Who we got next? Jalil Aubameyang, keep or sell?
Keep. I just want to just quickly touch on that quickly. I'll keep it short. I'll keep Aubameyang just because there is still fire, and we can't forget what he's done for us in the last couple of years. Do you know what I mean? I was going to ask you guys this question, but I think we'll say it for another time. I was going to say to you, bringing in another attacking midfielder or something like that, would that help him? But we can't make those excuses anymore after we supplied many goals yesterday. So I'd keep him just because there's fire in his belly.
Yeah. Apono, Lacazette, keep or sell?
So.
Okay.
No.
Apollo's a hard man. You see, he doesn't let recency get the head.
No.
I want to know why. Come on, Apollo, why, bro? Why you telling my guy Blacker, man? Talk to me, bro.
I just feel like he since he's been here, he hasn't done enough. The Lacazette we bought was not the Leon one that we saw. And I don't know, we've been back. He hasn't been terrible. But he just hasn't done enough for us, man. I mean, I have no affinity with him.
I think he's evolved still. I think he's not the same player. You're right, but I think he's molded himself into a different role and a different type of player. And you can see, man, he's key to the build-up plays that we have when we score our goals. Like, he just understands. He gets it. Do you know? Like, I don't think there's a player in the Arsenal squad that does what he actually does. I mean, a midfielder should probably be the one to do it, but no one does what he does on the pitch for us. So.
It's mad because the thing that's the Lacazette conundrum is that we've tried to, either we've done it or he's took it upon himself, but he's tried to turn himself into Firmino, right? But Firmino is probably better at linking play than Lacazette, but Lacazette scores more than Firmino. So he needs to pick. Does he want to be a scorer or a link man? Because right now he's just in the middle of the road. He doesn't really score enough, and he doesn't link play enough either. So he needs to decide which one he is.
Quick one for you. Just a Laka or a Banyang, which one would you keep out of those two? If you also keep one and sell one, what would you do?
It's nasty, but I have to go with the guy that claps goals. That's the hardest thing to do on the pitch. So it's got to be a Banyang.
Okay. So would you play Alba up top then?
I'm playing style. I'm playing style. So
it has to be, because on the wing, Aubameyang's awful on the wing as well. Even though he scored a bag of goals last season on the wing, but that wasn't him playing as a winger. He was just drifting in from the left to find himself in the middle. So I think we should keep him up top. It's just, I mentioned it earlier, the main hindrance is the hold-up play and everything but scoring. But I would still rather that because put this season aside, but his offensive productivity outweighs pretty much all of his deficiencies, as we saw last season. This season, it hasn't really worked out that way. But I think with Aubameyang, what he brings us in terms of goal output, it can't be understated. Yeah,
and I think, obviously, opponent, we got Arden here in the building. Big up, G. Saying opponent knows we won't elevate with Laka. We know what Arden's about, opponent. We know he's one of Aubameyang's biggest apologists. He has been for years. Aubameyang can do no wrong to him. So I ain't no surprise there to hear that from Arlen. So big yourself up, Arlen, man. But yeah, man, I'm thinking who we got next. So we did Laka, which was probably the toughest one, to be fair. I think the young players, Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, we can all say definitely keep. I think the jury's out on Nketiah. I'm not sure why, but I think it's 50-50 across the board. I think half of you man have said sell, and then half of you man have said keep. I mean, with that Nketiah one, would you man keep Nketiah and let Balogun go, or vice versa?
I mean, do we have to let one go? Because I would like to keep it.
It looks like it, to be honest, because Arteta's not including Balogun on the bench, and Nketiah always is. So it looks like for Arteta, it's one or the other.
Do you know what? I think Eddie's a championship player still. Yeah, I think if I would let one go, it would be Eddie, because I know his levels. We don't know Balogun's yet. So, say maybe gave Eddie a chance, we need to give Balogun that chance as well. I think Eddie's shown himself to be brilliant playing in the Championship when he goes down there on loan and that. But the Premiership just ain't made for some people. There's plenty of strikers who are like that, who bang out in the Championship, and when they come to the Premier, they just can't score a goal. Look at Gale. Gale,
Dwight Gale, fam.
Yeah, Dwight Gale, bro.
Palace. Bang out in the Championship, like he's the man. He'll come to the Prem. He'll come to the Prem, and I will say to everyone in the house, I guarantee he won't score. He will be one-on-one with the keeper, and I'll be like this, but he won't score, and he can't do it. There's something. So some players are like that. Do you know what I mean? And I think Nketiah is more suited down there. I'd give Balogun a chance over him still.
See, I'm a bit on the fence with this one, just because with Eddie came on at a good time. I think 2 years ago, where he scored 2 headers for us. I think it was in a FA Cup or something, Carling Cup, and then we were all gassing like, this guy should play, this guy should play. What would happen if the same thing happens with Balogun? Do you know what I mean? Like, he scored 2 good goals. I think the same thing we're seeing of Bellingham is the same thing we saw of Eddie 2 years ago. So I'm not sure we should get excited about. I don't want to get excited about a player just because of 2 games. I need to see him week in, week out. So it's a hard one for me.
Can I interject? Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I've been watching Balogun from him playing in the youth team, bro. Yeah, under 23s. He's consistent. Like, he bangs goals. Like, he's known for that. The thing is that unfortunately, the only way you know if a development of a player has worked out is when you give them the opportunity to shine in the Premier League. And it's not a case of, oh, we did the same with Nketiah and then what if? Unfortunately, that's the only way we can find out, is by giving them that chance. Like, so you give someone from the youth team an opportunity to see if he shines, and if he's consistent. Certain players you can see they've got it, and when on the pitch you see it, and even if they don't 100% deliver, you know what they're going to become because you can see it in them. Nketiah, he brings about a bit of confusion. You see glimpses of something that is good, but it's never a finished article of something. It's very raw. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I think you're allowed to establish what type of player someone is by testing the grounds with them in the Premier. When they're not it, that's where you just got to go. And if it happens and Balogun tries and he doesn't succeed, maybe the French league is suited for you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's just how the way things pan out. And that's the only way you'll know if the development of a player is working out or not, by testing them.
So
100%. I was just going to say there to follow up on Rash. I feel like Nketiah, if he was to leave Arsenal tomorrow, he can't even say I wasn't given a chance. He has been given a fair few chances to prove himself within the first team, and it just hasn't quite worked out for him. It's unfortunate that he's coming at a time when the team isn't performing well, but then the counteractive argument can be, well, how come Smith Rowe, Martinelli have managed to come in and immediately they stand out? But when you've played, you kind of stink the place out because you don't contribute at all. And for me, the thing is, I get onto Oba because he doesn't contribute at all apart from scoring. And Eddie is a very similar profile of player, but Eddie does not have the history Oba has. That's the only leniency I have with Oba. I know you can bag when you get a chance. With Eddie, I don't have that history. And I don't want people telling me that you doing it for the England under 21s is proving it. That is not proving it. It just isn't. So that's the only where I am with Eddie, to be honest.
You know what? I just for me, I just believe in giving people a chance and being patient. I think this is his first full season, Eddie, playing in the Prem, and obviously he banged in Leeds. I know it's Championship, and he done it for Antonio. So I'm not going to include that. I'm not going to include that in this argument or this debate. But what I will say is, Eddie, I think the same way a player like Aubameyang can go and bang out and then have a poor season, the same way a shit player can just blossom. I've been getting onto a player like El Nene, for example, for years. And, when he performed against United, I swallowed my words. I said, maybe just give these players time, because I'm impatient as well. And I think a lot of us Arsenal fans were impatient because we just want to see something now. But I think time. I think we need time with certain people. I think Eddie deserves a bit more time. I don't think we can just cut him halfway through the season and think, oh, let's sell him. I think we do need to see him, because if we look at him, for example, there is some positives to him. He does run like a headless chicken. I know that, but he does chase down and makes people cause mistakes. And then we've got goals out of it. We've got at least 3 goals out of it this season from what he's running. 2 actually. 2.
He's very aggressive, which I like in him. That's what I like, his aggressiveness still.
He battles big man. He's a small guy. He battles big man bigger than him, and he's like taking them out. He's showing them that he's there. I think time, the same way as I said, Aubameyang, a class player can go down, same way a shit player can go up. So that's what I'm saying.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Valentine, I'm going to come to you, but I feel like this is where, as Arsenal fans, we have a slight problem. We are very, I think, sentimental and forgiving and like to forget. That's why I think, you still get people talking now about Maitland. Oh, he can play centre mid as well. And And same thing with Nketiah. Oh, we can't let Reece Nelson go. He hasn't been given a proper chance. Oh, Willock. Oh, he shouldn't go. Let's let him go out on loan and let him come back. Lacazette been off for like a year and a bit. A few games scoring, and it's like he can't go. He needs to be given a new contract. I think El Neni, for example, like you said, he played well against United. He was probably second best player off the party, if not the best in that game. But you look at it, El Neni shouldn't have been playing this season. If the board was doing the right thing, El Neni should not still have been at the club. But he was. And this is what I'm saying. And then because of that one game, then you had Arsenal fans come out and say, I was wrong about El Neni. He should never have left. We need to kind of start being a bit more ruthless. Look how Liverpool grew over the years. Klopp cut their man out. Even when they started playing well, Klopp was like, no, you're gone in the summer. We need to start becoming, I think, a bit more ruthless if we do want to truly get back to being elite. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think with Arsenal fans is that like I think in the back of our heads we're scared of like what if this guy could be like the next Gnabry and we just let him go early. Even the guy we get there was a guy I can't remember his name now. He plays for AC Milan in the midfield and he was also one of our youngsters.
Oh, Benacer.
Yeah, and apparently he's bossing it at Milan. So again, we do have like this history of like letting like youngsters leave too early. And I think when we look at Nketiah's, I know he hasn't really done it in the Premier League yet, but when we look at his record outside the Premier League, he's actually decent. It's just he scores everywhere else except the Premier League. So I think Arsenal fans are like scared of like getting rid of him permanently. Probably want to send him out on loan or something to see how he does, like playing week in, week out before we make our final decision. But in terms of Balogun or Nketiah, what I would say about Balogun is I've seen some clips of him on YouTube. Unlike Nketiah, Balogun can actually score from nothing. You could like give him the ball on the wing, on the wing, and we just do a madness and just score. But Nketiah hasn't got that in his locker. He has to be kind of be on a plate for Nketiah.
Balogun's much more of an individual talent.
Huh?
Balogun's much more of an individual
talent. Much more of an individual talent. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Exactly,
if I was to pick one of them, I'd probably pick Balogun. But yeah.
Although I like Eddie, I think if we can get that Brewster money, I think it was about 24, maybe 25 M's. If we can get that, then I'll take that.
Bro, that Brewster money's crazy though.
It's true, yeah. Liverpool, they hit the belly with that one because anyway, yeah, hold tight Sheffield United, didn't it? But
you know what? Yeah, Liverpool are literally cursing teams because the year before they sold Solanke to Bournemouth for 19 mil.
Yeah.
So they're just selling these players and then relegating them.
When it comes to selling players, yeah, they're good. Them and Chelsea are very good at selling players. Very good.
Jordan Ibe for 20 mil. They sold Jordan Ibe for 20 mil. I still don't know how they did.
It's like the other day when me and Jalil were talking with Turkish bro. How did we sell Henry for 16 mil and Darren Bent gets sold for 16.5, bro? In the same window. As Arsenal fan, you're a different age.
How much did we sell Gnabry for?
Something ridiculously low.
4 million, I think.
Yeah.
Gnabry, 4 million.
Yeah, we got done dirty in that one though. Because we sold them to Werder Bremen or something like that. But Bayern Munich had a backdoor thing.
Yeah,
they had a backdoor thing. Yeah.
Exactly, so.
Bayern Munich got one team to buy them and then sell them to another team.
Exactly.
We are a joke when it comes to transfers. You know, I don't think we've ever. Oh my god, we've never done nothing good in these transfer windows. You know. 72 mil for Pepe. There you go.
I mean, we done well to get Martinelli in. For the money we did as well.
Oh, that was yeah. We should make a profit off him once we sell him to United in about 5 years. Fuck me.
Nah.
Not Van Persie Part 2, man. I know United fans would take him though.
Yeah, of course they do.
We got my bro here saying if I was Arteta, he would sign Eze.
He just signed for Palace, no?
Yeah, he just signed for Palace. Would you mind taking him? We got Ali here saying Eze is not a great player, so he clearly disagrees with my bro. Would you guys take Eze for our team?
I'm definitely taking Eze. He's a big baller, man. He's definitely destined for one of the top 6 teams. He's definitely destined for them because he's cold. But again, it's another indictment on the scouting network of these clubs because they all knew. I'm sure all these clubs know that these players are good, but then they pass off on them and be like, you know what? Let someone else bring them to the Prem, see if they can do good for 2-3 years. And then when you could have got him for 20-30 million, now that he's done well for a mid or lower league team in the league, you're now going to go and pay double that, 60 million for him, which is ridiculous. Yeah, man, he's a top player. I'm not even just saying that based on the goal that he scored yesterday.
Yeah.
The he's too silky with it. Whatever he's doing on the pitch, he's just gliding. He makes football look too easy. That's the thing, the way he does this stuff. So I think, yeah, man, he's definitely destined for a top 16.
Yeah. No, so Ali, we get your point. I think you're definitely right. He's not a great player yet, but I think we do see the potential for him to be a great player. And like Apono said, I think it's about time Arsenal start getting out in front and getting some of these prospects, before they become unattainable for us, which is what happens, And I think we just got my bro here trying to throw Arsenal fans as usual, saying Thierry Henry was overrated. That's why God knows how people think he's the best Prem player ever. Not even close to Ronaldo. Hey, listen, I mean,
Ronaldo? Could he played against both of them? Which Ronaldo is he talking about?
Cristiano. Think about Cristiano.
He's crazy, bro. He played against both of them. Yeah, don't forget that.
But what are you saying, Rash? You taking Henry in the Prem or Ronaldo in the Prem?
Henry all the time.
Hey, listen, that's what. Hey, listen, man. What are you man saying?
I'm taking Henry still.
Huh?
I'm taking Henry.
You're taking Henry as well, yeah? Valentine?
But I think there is a difference between who is the best player to play in the Premier League and who is the Premier League's best player. I think there's the difference between the two. Premier League's best ever player was Henry, and the best player to play in the Prem was probably Ronaldo. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I know. I definitely see what you're saying there. Jalil, let me finish with you.
Henry, man. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. What am I doing?
I'm shocked even.
Why am I looking at that? What's up there? Henry, bro. Henry.
Man was looking up the sky like Henry was there, bro. Shit.
I was thinking, what am I looking at? But anyway, bro, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Ronaldo was the guy, coming through and that. And even as a kid, when they signed him, he looked the shit anyway. But he's a flary player. He looks good, but Henry's got status, bro. You know what I mean? He's got status.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of United fans, especially, Ed, loves to take that away from him, So, but you guys can take away from him, but we really know who's good. John, I see a comment here from someone called Jesse Hickston saying, "Will Arsenal ever be as good as Tottenham?"
Yeah.
What's that about?
Ask him what he means by that. Before we get into it, know what he means by that statement. What does he mean by that question? Sorry.
I think he's aiming at this season. I think he's saying, because Spurs is up there, and then we're there. We're 3 points apart or something.
3 points.
I think he's saying, are we ever going to get to their level? What? 11 man be at the fucking ball? Fuck off, son.
Yeah, I'm dying. Hey, listen, man. Hey, it's crazy. Listen, he's entitled to his opinion. Tottenham have been better than us for a few years. Obviously, history-wise, they can't compare. But listen, he might be trolling, he might be whatever. But hey, that's what it's about, man. Different opinions.
It depends on what you deem success.
Depending on what you deem success.
Just playing football in the Premier League isn't success. It doesn't matter what position you finish. Just playing isn't enough. It's what you achieve while you're there. You can't say you're successful because you've come second or third or fourth. That's not success. It might be financial success and publicity, but in reality, in regards to accolade, what you got? You ain't got nothing. We've got more things in the last 5-6 years than they have still. You know what I mean? And we've been underperforming. So I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question.
Ask Jesse when you get a chance.
I think he saw all happy after the win yesterday and said, you know what, let me pull these Arsenal man down still. Can't even blame him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. Last 5 minutes. Let me just look at the final few comments. We got Ali here saying, yes, but there are a lot of great players better than Eze. I agree with that. There are better players for sure. No doubt about that. Give us a couple of names, Ali, that you would take then ahead of Eze in terms of a talent. We got my brother here. I think he's coming back. He's saying about the Henry Ronaldo thing. He's saying this panel is on a new drug. So, I mean, my brother's definitely going to get onto me after this stream. I know how much he loves Ronaldo. I ain't going to lie, man. I love Ronaldo as well still.
Can we get him on?
Hey, we're definitely going to get him on. We're definitely going to get him on still. I don't know what he's saying right now. We got Ali here saying no one be like Henry and will never be. Yeah, you know what? Henry is a legend to us Arsenal fans. I ain't even going to lie. Oh, okay.
Well, sorry to cut you, bro. I was having this conversation with someone the other day about Henry, and it's like, it's not even just how good he was, it's how swaggy he was with it as well. Like, we've never seen anything like that.
Never.
Literally. We're never going to say anything like that. He's the kind of guy that will wait for the defender to come, do a quick shimmy, lift it over his leg, and then look back at the defender and then carry on going. Nah, he was too swaggy with it, man.
I'm just gonna say one thing, yeah. If you're a Man United player, fan, a lot of the time, Ronaldo's not your best ever Man United player, and that says a lot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can go to
Ronaldo's not United's best ever player.
No, like for instance, you can go to a Man United fan and say, who's your best player, Man United player of all time? And they can say, oh, Scholesy or Giggsy, Cantona, Charlton. They got bare that they can go through. Well, when you say to anyone, well, who's your favorite Arsenal player? Everyone, Henry. That's enough, bro. That's enough to show you the status of what Henry did in the Premier League and for Arsenal compared to what Ronaldo. Ronaldo is sensational as a player, but you got to take in everything on board. Impact, the time as well, what he brought to the club, the skill level, how he dragged the club to the Champions League final and all these sorts of things, the Invincibles. Like, he done a lot in his small little period of time that he was there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So Ronaldo, he might be some people's favorite United player, but for a United fan, I know bare United man. I'll ask him, yo, what's your favorite Man United player? Hey man, yeah, kind of know. You get me? That without a doubt. So listen, even Beckham and that. There's too many good players for him. There's too many good players for him to be on the same level as Henry because he had bare man powering with him. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just different.
Nah. You know what? I hear you. I think my brother's saying, wait, John, who is Bell? I think he's trying to call me out right now because I think, listen, I'm going to give my honest opinion in there. Listen, I'm an Arsenal fan at heart. We all know this, but I have to go with Ronaldo in it. I ain't even going to lie to you, man. Ronaldo, at his best, pure best, is the best player I've seen in the Prem. I'm not going to deny that. And that's with me loving Henry as much as I did. Like Apono said, the swagger. Like, Henry just did everything like a boss. Everything he did was like a boss. Celebrations, just everything about him. And he carried Arsenal loads of times. But at the absolute peak, in the Prem, I would give the edge to Ronaldo. You could definitely make the fair argument that Henry had a better Prem career than Ronaldo because of the longevity. And even not longevity, Henry had mad stats in the Prem, like 175 goals and like 250-ish games. So no one can chat for Henry's stats. Only player to have over 20 assists in a Premier League season. Obviously, Harry Kane pending. But yeah, I can't. I'm giving Ronaldo just a slight edge, but I won't even lie and say maybe that's also influenced by what I've seen from Ronaldo after he left the Prem. I won't.
I don't think there's no wrong answer to that question. It just comes down to a preference thing because both of them in their own right, you can make an argument for who's number one.
And that's a different question. If you're asking in total football, Ronaldo's obviously the better player.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now, you know what? I think that's a question that we're definitely going to have to do. I think, obviously, my brother's been mad triggered because now he's just throwing in the comments on a...
Ed got a gun to your head.
Huh?
Ed got a gun to your head or something?
No. He don't. He's going to grill me afterwards still, but And listen, he's just trying to trigger us now. He's saying Suarez was better than Henry. Facts.
Okay, see this, yeah? Do you know what? Do you want to save this for another day for actual debate? Because we can go in.
We'll save this one because the Suarez Henry one gets a bit dicey still.
It gets mad. Ed,
Okay, Ali's saying for me, CR7 is an old player of age. Ali, what do you mean? Are you cussing my man CR7, bro? Because listen, man, we need to put some respect on the greatest of all time's name. You know what I mean? Need to put some respect. Need to put some. Hey, I threw that out there. He's the GOAT. What are you man saying?
So wait, so this.
What are you man saying, Arlen? If you're still here,
I knew it was coming here. It had to happen. I knew it was coming here. It had to happen. We spoke a little bit about it a couple of weeks ago. I knew it was coming. This conversation. So what are you saying?
Bro, he's the GOAT. What are you man telling me? Everyone's gone quiet now.
What you said about Messi though?
What about him? That choker.
If you ask me who's better, CR7 or Messi, I'm saying CR7, baby. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, baby. Numbers don't lie, baby.
Messi's got better numbers though. Like, what do you mean numbers don't lie?
No, because we gotta look at it not just in La Liga. We've got to look at in Italian Premier League. Well,
why? Messi ain't been there. Why? Messi ain't been there.
Okay, cool. But Ronaldo, it's just better, brother. We can go
Messi scores, like he creates chances as well. He gets bags of assists. He just got like the complete package in it. Like
Ronaldo's my guy in it. So obviously Henry's my guy, yeah. And I'll always back Henry before CR7. But you're gonna bring up this CR7 and Messi thing. I'm always gonna back CR7. He's just naturally gifted, naturally better. Messi's naturally.
The other way around.
It don't matter. They both could be naturally gifted and talented. They are both, but Ronaldo for me is just a better looking player on the ball and off, mate. Fuck.
Hey, listen, Jalil, man, listen. I'm gonna have to come in before Valentine comes. Listen, I'm CR7's second biggest fan after my brother, innit? Like, I hate Ronaldo in the Prem. My brother literally converted me into the second biggest fan somehow. I don't know how that's happened. But there's no way. Messi's the second or third most pleasing player on the eye in history. And I'm actually going to disagree with Valentine there. Messi's actually a more complete player than Ronaldo. Because he's better at passing, better through balls. Finishing, obviously, Ronaldo's probably better. Messi is a better creator, better dribbler. Obviously, Ronaldo was quicker in his prime, more powerful, and everything else. But I think as a more complete package, in terms of actually contributing to a game, Messi's better. For me, where the argument can be made that Ronaldo's better than Messi is his leadership and how he can drag a team. Where Messi, I see his head go down. That's why I always make the joke that, when Messi don't turn up for Argentina or he misses a penalty, he retires. He seems to always retire when something goes wrong for Argentina. And that's the only thing. Even at Barcelona, when things don't go wrong, man wants out.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
I agree. Just one thing, last thing on me, and then you guys can all time in. The only reason why I said Ronaldo was obviously better, and I was on the fence for years on years until Iniesta and Xavi left Barcelona. Then I was like, yeah, Ronaldo's better. Just because Messi can't really do it without that, or he can. Let me not say that, but he just looked better with them lot in the team and players like that, Busquets and them man in the team. Whereas Ronaldo, he's just done it. And the reason why I brought other leagues into plays because he's done it with other teams. Whereas Messi he only did it at the time when the argument was being done was with Xavi and Iniesta. That's my thing. That was my thing, and that's just me.
Yeah, Valentine, what you say?
You know, Ronaldo played in the Premier League, but Messi's got more goals against the Premier League's top six compared to Ronaldo. I'm just throwing that in.
No, you stats like that, we're in danger here, bro.
I mean, these things are subjective, isn't it? But I feel like Messi. I feel like football is all about like those players that like get you off your seat, and I think whenever I see Messi, at least once every game, he gives me that moment, and
Listen, we're going to have this debate like next week or the week after. We're going to have a full Messi Ronaldo. We're going to have 3 Messi fans. We're going to have 3 Ronaldo fans. It's going to get a bit mad. I think just to kind of end it off, we got Ali here just to read out the comments. We got Ali here saying CR7 is an old player. seriously, we need new young players as well, like Saka, Greenwood, Ziyech. Wait, so Ali, are you saying that you would take them three over getting Ronaldo right now, bro?
No,
There's no way.
He's
You
saying
take Ronaldo right now, bro, over them.
He said he wants someone else to be debated. I think he's tired of just Ronaldo and Messi. I think he was trying to bring in. Let's talk about the youngsters now. He's trying to say they're old. They're old. Let's talk about now.
I hear that.
Trying to say.
I hear that. And then my bro was saying, Apono, this is for you from my bro. He's saying Perez or Hazard.
Ooh. Connor was on smoke. Eduardo on smoke, bro. Ed wants smoke. That's all it is.
I know he's going to come for me afterwards. He coming for no one else.
I feel sick for saying this. But I have to say Hazard, man. Hazard
Thank
is
God,
just
bro. Thank God.
he's a different gear. Premier League Hazard anyway. We don't talk about that La Liga one, but
forget the La Liga one, bro. He's retired still.
Yeah.
All right, so you men are all saying Hazard, yeah? No one's saying Perez.
No, it's got to be Hazard. Let's not front.
Exactly. I'm not gonna have my red Arsenal tinted glasses on, man. I've got to be honest with myself. It's Hazard still. Hazard. Perez was a bad boy because we saw in what year was it? 0102. Yeah, man was badding up the league.
Yeah.
Bust his knee, and then when we had anyway, those who know what Perez was on back.
Yeah. We know Perez, isn't it? We know Perez. Yeah, so Ed, I know you watched this. Put some respect on Perez's name, man. I'll tell you all the time. Not many people can be as good as Hazard. Perez was a baller. So listen, Ed's respecting us. He's giving you the thumbs up upon us. So big up. We got relentless football talk in the building. Big up, bro. Much love. He's saying Lampard, dead man walking. Hey, I'm loving the pick of classic Henry, man. I know I said it last time, but that Henry looked like a young G back then, ready to do a madness still. Nah, yeah, man, we spoke about that at the beginning. We all said that Lampard is definitely in trouble, and if he doesn't get top 4, then he probably does need to be sacked. And yeah, man. But yeah, now check that out, bro. Okay, last one. This is for Valentine from my bro again. He's saying Valentine, Bergkamp or Rooney?
Lord Jesus.
Edward. Hey, I think he's going to come to Rash next. Rash, get ready, bro. He's coming to you next, Rash.
Edward, who the smoke?
I'm giving everyone the smoke tonight.
Well, I think I'm gonna go Rooney. You know, it's just that's
I might go Bergkamp. You know,
I would say Rooney. Unfortunately, yeah. Rooney, yeah. Rooney had the goals on the assists as well. Like he had both, and he done it over a longer time as well. So yeah, I'll go Rooney.
Yeah. Rash, what are you saying for that one, man? Bergkamp or Rooney?
I don't think it's an either or thing, man. They're two different type of players. Rooney was a different type of striker to Bergkamp. I'm not comparing people who aren't. Do you know what I mean? It got the same type of role in the club. Bergkamp's never been that out and out striker for the players. He's always been that guy to set up the man. Do you know what I mean? The layup man. Do you know what I mean? So I can't compare them. If you are going to compare them in regards to individual abilities, Rooney takes some, but Bergkamp takes a lot more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And in regards to that.
No, 100%, man. And I think now, unfortunately, we've triggered a few questions. We've got, like I said, a question was going to come for you, Rash. The question for you is Sol Campbell or Rio Ferdinand?
I see.
No, do you know what it is? I think Rio. Do you know what it is? It's mad, yeah, because Rio is a real good centre back. I think he's one of the best to ever play Prem. So I highly rate Rio. But I also do think Rio is overrated for some unknown reason. I don't know why he's ranked as high as people do. Do you know what I mean? Because some people were saying he's really the best one to ever be at centre back in the world of all. Like, no, he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was good and he did what he did. And when he came to United, he showed that in a better way. Do you know what I mean? As a captain, as a leader as well. Do you know what I mean? He brought what he had with his previous club and bring it over to United and enhance that. But he's always kind of had that in him. Do you know what I mean? Through all of his career. However, Sol Campbell was an animal, and he took a risk. He took a risk, man. He came over to the Reds. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
he won
did.
stuff. He took the risk and he came over to the Reds, and he was solid. Like, no one could go up against Sol. Sol is stopping you. Stand still and you're just on the floor. It's like a bit like Jalil. Do you know what I mean? Have you tried to get around Jalil sometimes when he plants his feet? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
what are you saying, Rash? Go on, give me your answer, bro. Nope, don't feel like you're being pressurized now, man. Forget all these.
No, I'm not, but Sol Campbell.
Say no more. We got Ali here saying, hey, Ali doesn't like the old players, man. He wants us to focus on the young ones. He's saying old players must be retired, bro. Listen, Ali, the young G's coming through. Big up. And we got Relentless Football Talk is asking Jalil, Henry or Drogba?
Easy.
Sure
it's got to be Henry, bro. That one's
already a question, bro.
Next question.
Oh, you got Henry in your picture, my guy, bro. You know the answer yourself before you ask it, bro.
It's too easy.
That was easy. That's
Jamie Vardy over Drogba, man. Move on, next question.
Bro, I'm taking, what's his name? I'm taking Kevin Beattie over, what's his name, bro? Over Drogba. Kevin Phillips, them, man. That's Drogba's level. Nah, come on, man.
Man, listen. Hey, I think if we kept going, bro, we'd probably piss off every fan base in the flipping Prem the way we're
There's
moving.
no way. Drogba.
He was a player, fam.
He was a bad boy. That's the thing. He was a bad boy. So was Kevin Phillips. First man to score 30. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Phillips was
we gotta stop talking about these men, though. They're not Drogba, though. Drogba's the man that packed us every time, bro. Let's put some respect on his name.
Drogba, yeah. You only get spoken about because of big moments. That's it. And I don't want to knock him for it, but every big moment, Drogba's there. But the guy, the striker, is not prolific, man. Let's be honest. He's not prolific.
Nope, no, oh, no.
What are you man saying then? Eto or Drogba?
Eto? Oh, come on.
Hey, I'm the host, guys. Listen. Hey. Like you said, Puddle, man, Drogba's got a lot of love. We got my bro here saying, can't lie, big game. I'm taking Drogba over Henry. Ali's saying Drogba was one of the best players. And my bro saying Drogba won Champions League.
In a one-off game, I'm taking Drogba. But if you want it for a season, I'm taking Henry. All the other man that I mentioned.
Trust me. My bro's saying Drogba won Chelsea the Champions League. Henry cost Arsenal the Champions League. Say no more.
But your brother hates Arsenal, isn't it?
Bro, how? Wait. How was it unreachful? He didn't get sent off.
You missed that one-on-one, bro.
It's a one-on-one.
You missed that one-on-one at 1-0, you know what I mean? But hey, everyone misses. Sometimes it happens to be in the biggest moments. You know? Ronaldo missed the pen in the 2008 Champions League final. Then Terry threw it away for Chelsea.
Drogba got set up in that final as well. Let's not forget.
Who's that?
Listen, can I say something?
Yeah, sure he did.
I know you guys have probably already discussed this already, but isn't it funny how Man United have spent enough money for their players to win games with a shit manager?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
It's still funny. It's funny on its own.
Like,
now, bro.
You know, we said this. We said if Poch went to United or someone big went to United, unstoppable. But we already said the players are saving Oli, bro. You don't need, with the players you got there, you don't need a good manager. Oli at the moment, pump up the tires. I said, Oli gets a flat wheel, they pump up the tires, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, it looks like I said, Lord Drogba love. It looks like Ali here. He's saying Didier Drogba, I think that means he's the best player in French. Mario Joyeux. Hey, listen. Big up yourself, Ali. But, you know, Drogba, I think there are a few players better. And just a last comment of the day, my brother saying, it's true, Henry was good against the Sunderlands.
John, could I just reverse a question that you asked asked last week, and if you lot can answer, I don't need to answer it. I just wanted to know who you guys think was the biggest talent out of Saka and Martinelli. Who's going to be in the next 5 years? Who's going to be the bigger player? Do you think?
Can I go first?
Go on.
All right. So I've had this conversation a lot with my friends, yeah, and I think we've come to this conclusion that Martinelli is the better player and better prospect, yeah, but Saka is more vital for Arsenal. Yeah, he is the guy that Arsenal need, and he is the one that if he left, it would impact Arsenal more than if Martinelli did.
Yeah. Valentine, what are you saying? Do you think next 5 years, Martinelli or Saka?
I think with football, it's always the guy that gets you the goals and the assists, and I think Martinelli is gonna get you more of those than Saka, even though Saka might have more of an influence in the game. Based on that, I'll probably just say Martinelli will probably have the bigger in the next 5 years. Probably Martinelli, yeah.
I probably agree with that. Opono?
I think Martinelli may end up being the bigger talent because I think he might end up with that X factor, because the guy's he's so electric. So I think he's going to go straight to the top, man. He's not going to finish his career at Arsenal, to say that. But, he's going to the top.
No, I agree with that, man. Hey, listen, anyone who's on, make sure to like, man. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Listen, it's mad. Like, I think it seems like a few people are actually saying Gabriel's going to be our best talent. We've got Relentless Football Talk saying Gabriel will be better. My bro's saying Gabriel. So, listen, there's a lot of love for Gabriel, and I think we do all love Gabriel as a player as well. And I think, Relentless Football Talk has also got, I know they are slightly different, Makelele or Vieira.
Makelele.
It's a tough one. They're different.
Because Makelele was really good at one thing, but Vieira was, how can I word this? Makelele was excellent at one thing, but Vieira was, I'll say,
great,
not excellent at everything, but pretty damn good at everything. So that's what I would say.
Like what though? Like what? Because
he
was good at tackling. He was like a box to box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He could tackle, he could dribble, he could score. Like he wouldn't score a lot, but he could do
everything you needed from a CM. Vieira could do. Help out in defense, control the game midfield, join in with the attack. He was strong as well. The leadership thing. He had the intangibles too. I mean, we're not going to say he wasn't Lampard to be clapping in 180 goals or anything. He was. That's a different conversation. But from what you wanted from a CM, I think Vieira, he didn't have any deficiencies, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think, as an all-around player, Vieira was clear of Makelele, but Makelele was so good for his role that it is definitely a debate, and I definitely can't argue much with Rash for saying Makelele, because Makelele was so good, he had a position called after him. That's how good he was at that position. The Makelele role, we've all probably tried to play at some point, and failed. But hey, listen, it's all a bit mad, But yeah, man, listen, I think wrap it up for today. We managed to get through a lot. We managed to talk about Chelsea against City. City looking good. Chelsea looking like frauds. United looking like title contenders. We paid our respect to Jack Grealish. And we also talked about Arsenal and our good win against West Brom and making sure we don't get carried away and keeping that momentum going. And also we did a very quick keep or sell. I think I definitely like how we ended it, getting comments from the people, asking questions about players. Maybe it's something that we can make a regularity. It's always fun to debate players, especially current against old players. It's always fun. And I'm sure we've definitely probably triggered a few fans along the way today. But that's football, man. We each have our opinions, and that's what it's about. If we all agree, it'll be very boring. So, man, appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Like I said, make sure to like, subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next week with our team of the season so far. So, guys, all I ask is that you come with your team of the season. We'll go through each position and we'll have to argue and agree on a final team. But yeah, man, that's what we're going to talk about because it's FA Cup week. So, you know, we probably don't really care. You know what I mean? Too tough about that one. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, guys, I think appreciate all the comments. Last comment from here is from Relentless Football Talk saying just sub. Big up, my bro. Look, appreciate that a lot. And we got Ali here
Shout out
saying,
Relentless Football.
yeah, man. And we got Ali here saying European football is nothing without the African players. Hey, that's definitely true as well, man. And we know that African players don't definitely get the credit they deserve. But anyway, guys, that's the end. Appreciate you all. So, Pono, Jalil, Valentine Rash, big up, my guys. Enjoy your evening and catch you, man, next week. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed, man. Take it easy.
Take care, my guys.
Yeah. Take care.